Yeah, it worked?
Yeah.
You happy with it?
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Live from the bottom of a bottle of Vanguard Group vanilla vodka. It's an all-new terrific Tuesday edition of Business Pants, joined by analyst whole Matt Moscardi. Woo! On today's...
I really think the writers are they're skimping on this opening line.
I would drink that. They don't talk about Vanguard Group enough. I like that. On today's... maybe you like this one better. On today's Jensen Wang flavored 5-piece patio set.
Oh.
Featuring a permastone sintered stone tabletop with integrated umbrella hole called June 23rd, 2026 Biz Nuggets!
Yay! I do need a patio set.
I love that something comes with an integrated hole.
Isn't that just a hole?
Yeah, isn't that nothing? It's the absence of something. It's like, here, I got you a book. It comes with silence. Our show today is being sponsored by FreeFlow Analytics and FreeFlowAnalytics.com, the only platform measuring board power, connection, and performance for free. The beta version of the new platform is officially being sent around, I heard.
Yeah, if you want a beta, there are a couple people who have a beta.
Even if you don't want it, reach out.
I mean, it's ridiculous what's the stuff that's on the platform.
Yeah, I know you're thinking, oh, it's just going to be the old platform and maybe there's going to be like an extra dumb picture of something. No, it's
totally different.
Yeah, this is like 2026 versus 2025. It's that much different.
Wow. Yeah.
It's actually kind of cool. Maybe it's too cool.
Yeah, I think you oversold it now.
You ready for some Biz Nuggets?
Yeah, we haven't done these since like April.
This is how Biz Nuggets works. We take headlines and we make corny jokes about them as a way of demonstrating some kind of knowledge on the subject. Is that what we do? Is that what Biz Nuggets is?
Is that knowledge? Is there any knowledge that's imparted here? And their jokes aren't generally that funny. So,
but it is some level of analysis. It's more analysis than joke, right? Because they're really not that funny.
Nothing we do is that funny.
All right, I'm going to start.
Let's do it, yeah.
My first five is in a category called our Tech Overlords. You'll see, I'll start with an easy one. This is to demonstrate the joke. And this is a simple
it's hard to get.
Layup of a joke.
Got it.
In our Elon Musk's alibi to police was, it couldn't be my fault. I haven't been at Tesla since they passed my pay package. Headline of the week.
Oh, zing.
Tesla under fire after car smashes into Texas home and kills 76-year-old grandmother.
Ooh.
So this is already being investigated by the federal, not the FCC, the Federal Trade Commission.
No, the National Transportation
Board.
Yeah.
Like so some dope was on self-driving mode, and the next thing he knows, he's killed someone's grandmother. How do you get? Okay, I'll give this dope a break. He thinks
which dope?
The driver or the operator. Well, I don't even know what you call it. The passenger. He thinks because Elon sold it to him that it works, so he sets it on self-driving mode. But to get from the street all the way to the house to kill the old lady, couldn't he have intervened? What is he doing?
Move the wheel?
Yeah. What is he doing? Is he like? Is he handcuffed,
probably.
Playing checkers to someone in the trunk? Or I don't even understand.
You know, BYD just announced that they will pay every dollar for every crash in full self-driving mode. And we can't get one of those cars in this country. That's because
Elon Musk
China.
now officially killing grandmothers.
Yeah.
It really is his fault. He has promised for years that this is full.
Is that a step up or a step down from killing
self-driving
governance? What is that a step of?
Okay, up next. In our hello, my name is Jeff. I have a younger brother, a younger sister. My favorite food is Betty Crocker pancakes.
Ew.
And I am a couponism major at Columbia University. Headline of the week. This is a long-winded way of getting to this headline. Jeff Bezos called Washington Post his worst investment, and staff he laid off terrible people.
Wow.
Okay, now here's the joke.
Now we know a lot about Jeff.
So I looked at is this really his worst investment? Jeff he invested $175 million not into Groupon, this is in 2010, but into Groupon's rival Living Social. And 6 years later, Groupon acquired Living Social for no money because it was a disaster. So he invested in a coupon company, and yet he's calling Washington Post one of the single most important beacons of journalism in the history of the United States.
Yeah,
he's crapping on it because he ruined it somehow.
This seems like what a couponism major would consider his worst investment,
right?
There are
like
so many fewer coupons in the Washington Post.
Yeah. What a jerk! This guy's a jerk.
When did he turn? No one cared about Jeff Bezos 6 years ago.
Well, to compete now, you have to be a jerk. I think you have to be a blowhard.
No, but I think when he became executive chair, that enabled full jerk mode. I feel like that's what does it.
And I think that the fact that his ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott, is literally the opposite of a jerk, I think is triggering him because she's doing wonderful. She's just giving money away at breakneck speeds, and he's complaining about yachts and things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
In our... Just tell them it will make their Netflix better, you idiot. Headline of the week. Head of Microsoft, that's CEO Satya Nadella, head of Microsoft rages at his fellow CEOs for admitting what they're actually doing to society with AI. Okay,
rages?
So I looked at this. I was like, nah, this headline probably is clickbait. But he actually told the Wall Street Journal, he said, you can't say, hey, all white-collar jobs are gone, and this could even be a weapon, and we will use all the power to build data centers. He said, you can't. He says, we should reframe that into something like, we're thinking about reorganizing your jobs instead of laying you off because of AI.
Oh, good.
I mean, he said this to the Wall Street Journal. I mean, and also the article cites that his own AI CEO, Mustafa Suleyma, said recently that AI was on the verge of performing most professional tasks. So his own deputy is saying that AI is basically going to do your job, but Satya Nadella is angry at the other.
I'm so confused. Who is he angry at?
He's angry at the other AI CEOs for admitting the truth about AI.
While saying that we're just going to nobody knew that downsizing was getting fired. Like, so he wants to say we're reorganizing your jobs.
Yes. While admitting to the Wall Street Journal of all places that they're right, but don't say it.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
And our Mark has super duper pinky promised to stop using his $150,000 Patek Philippe watch to time exactly how long it takes a developer to cry. Headline of the week.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, he's going to use his Casio instead, I think.
I know. He's got many watches.
Meta CTO admits Mark Zuckerberg has completely crushed employee spirits.
I like the word crushed.
I like that they admitted it's Mark and not Meta. It's not like Meta has crushed the spirits of its workers. It's Mark. It's Mark.
Yeah, it's Mark because that's who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you control all the voting power and all the board influence, it's your fault. And then finally, go ahead.
I like crushed. I really like crushed.
And finally, in my first section called our Tech Overlords, back to Bezos here, hey Ma, every time I click on this ad, it wipes my butt, buys a dozen frozen turkey burgers, and breaks up with my girlfriend. Tell Dad. Headline of the week. These new Amazon ads don't just recommend products, they can make your purchases for you.
Why do I want the ad to make a purchase for me?
I just think that this is where we're headed, right? A lot of stuff's going to be done for us, and again, why are we going to exist? That's my question.
What is so it just shows up at my house, and I'm like, I didn't order this, and they're like, yes, you need it though.
I mean, we're getting there, right? They're going to analyze. They already had something in the past where it was like some button. Wasn't it a button you press or?
I don't know what it is, but if that happens, that is more dystopian to me than like the Terminator, right? Like it's. I hate that more. I might. Well, this is what more
Bezos is busy with. Well, you take over.
All right, let me do some. All right, ready?
Yeah.
In our What if I replace the Oreo knockoff brand Kroger Chocolate Lovers Kiddos with Hydrox in the vending machines? Will you like working here again? Headline of the week. Meta floats bigger snack budget after AI shakeup tanks employee morale.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I used to work at a fabulously mediocre corporation. And I would have taken a bigger snack budget. I mean, we had like the lamest stuff in our kitchen. It was just like I was so excited to. They promised us so much when they bought our company. You know, they promised us like intellectual success. You know, all these great things we could do in the research department. All these great perks of being in a corporation. It was just like the same cruddy coffee maker. No free stuff. I'll take the snacks.
No, well, they did you one better. They closed the office after 2 years entirely.
They laid off everyone I knew.
That's one way to lower the snack budget.
Yeah, that's true. What else?
All right. What if I make it look like your job isn't harming children? So you can tell your mom at Thanksgiving, no, we don't hurt children. That's ridiculous. Will you like working here again? Headline of the week. Meta lobbies Congress for immunity from lawsuits alleging online harm to children.
Immunity?
Yeah, they want immunity.
Holy crap.
They don't want to be sued ever again for hurting children online.
I would almost give Mark Zuckerberg a break if he was trying to get out of one case, but he wants just blanket immunity.
Just immunity.
There is no way that's legal. Just like Trump with his having immunity from the IRS for his whole family,
also
which is clearly not legal.
Yeah.
This is sad. Mark Zuckerberg, you're a big pain in my ass.
Even in the TV show Survivor, you only get the immunity idol for 1 week, right?
That's true.
Even that's time bound.
You got to win it back the next week. That's right.
Okay. What if I replace the Hydrox with actual Oreos in the vending machines? Not even Elon Musk would do that. Would you like working here again? Headline of the week. X tells neglected Meta employees that it is hiring and will exceed any snack budget offer.
Oh, God. Actually, in a choice, I'm glad you bring this up.
Yeah, it's hard.
In a choice between Elon Musk's X and Mark Zuckerberg's Meta, even if I had a bigger snack budget, because we talked about in a past show, like we should come up with some like ongoing ranking of who's the worst, the most horrible, despicable CEO. I think actually I'd pick working for Meta over working for X. I can't imagine working at X.
It's really hard.
There must be some departments at Meta that are like mildly interesting. What is X and Twitter? It is just a nothing. It is just a horrible, just trolls, right? Just like
but isn't it owned by SpaceX now?
That's true.
X
so that's
part
cool.
of SpaceX. So
I get to go to the moon.
I'd ask to go bring coffee to an engineer who's building a rocket. At least, it's better than having one of your board members be Dana White.
I don't know why, but I think I could sit in a room with Mark Zuckerberg, but I don't think I could with Elon Musk. I think I'd punch him. I'd have to punch him.
I think I'd spend all my time looking at his watch. I'm not sure I could pay attention. I should have gotten the worst possible grade for governance, not environment. Don't you people read? Headline of the week. Musk furious after SpaceX stock gets worst possible environmental grade.
Now this is from
MSCI,
the aforementioned the company that we used to work for, MSCI.
MSCI's ESG rating. They
making the headlines.
Triple C, the bottom. Yeah.
We talked this morning. I was excited because I don't think I've ever seen MSCI make the headlines like this. Now let's not forget that in the past, Elon Musk referred to ESG. I don't even know what he was talking about. ESG data, ESG world as
just ESG.
The devil incarnate.
The devil incarnate. Yeah. Well, he was really upset because Tesla was removed from like the S&P environmental index or something, some index, right?
I'm not sure the devil does boring stuff like that.
I think that's exactly what the devil does. The devil is all about the devil was incredibly boring ratings.
Hanging you from your nipples and burning your like ankles or something. Like
I want to know.
Lots of fire. Not indexes, not that nerd control.
We looked at the ESG rating from MSCI for SpaceX this morning. And somehow, for governance, SpaceX got a 3.7
ludicrous.
out of 10.
Yeah, it's ludicrous. And I asked you at that moment, why is MSCI, why the hell are they not using our influencer scores at free float? I mean, it's built partly on knowledge we gained at MSCI. It's built partly on MSCI data. If they just use that simple data point, they'd have a much better understanding of the board of how they construct it. Because once you learn that Elon Musk has like 90% control of the board, there's no way his governance score should be 3.2. It should be like
it's
0.1.
Bananas.
Yeah,
it's bananas. In our free float data, speaking of free float data already created influence metrics.
Oh, there you go.
Says make your own ESG data, jerk. Headline of the week. Inside Peter Thiel's invite-only dialogue network, secret ABC grading system for billionaires and politicians.
Wait, nobody fails. I like that. It's so dopey. This thing is so dopey.
Not only does nobody fail, in order to make it look like a C is good, C apparently is the best. That's
what idiots.
These are the people who hate ESG ratings. They hate them. And this is how they did it. Ready? Quote, grades are assigned based on factors including fame, wealth, influence, and political fit.
How do you even measure that? How do you measure
influence? C ratings go to the most prominent figures, A to those who are established but less high profile, and B to most others.
Well, MSCI, I hope you're listening because Peter Thiel is saying that measuring influence is important, and we actually have data on that backed by actual methodologies and other data points, not just on like how we feel that day.
I just like that Peter Thiel made an ESG rating for people who attend his dopey conferences, and his grand innovation with that rating was to make C the best.
C's on top. Does it go CBA or does it go CAB?
Yeah, CBA.
Okay.
CBA. Yeah,
it would have been. Imagine how cool it would have been if it was C was number one, A was number two. All right. My last section here of 5 headlines is called The Stupid. I'm going to start with a good governance one. You love governance jokes.
I do.
In our Target screams, you're supposed to fake fire your CEO and make him executive chair and promote the COO in times of internal crisis. Headline of the week. Lucid Motors fires 18% of workforce and axes COO Mark Winterhoff as EV market slowdown hits hard. I think they got it wrong.
They did that
right?
wrong. They did that wrong.
In our Target screams, yes, exactly, headline of the week. Domino's named COO Joe Jordan as new CEO amid slowing sales.
Yeah.
And then outgoing quote, this is their words. Outgoing CEO Russell Weiner will transition to executive chair.
Yeah. Nailed it.
So he still has an executive job. I love that.
That is the
That's
target
the target
way.
We got to call that the target. Yeah, we got to go. That's the target method.
I, as CEO, should become executive chair, and the guy who oversaw sales at this company should become the CEO because sales suck. Yeah.
In our group of experts suggest painting the pool blue to get rid of the problem. Headline of the week. That's a little topical humor there. A little political.
That works every
humor.
time.
Satire. ESG has not gone away. Group urges Trump and SEC to rein in the big 3 asset managers' voting power long term.
Kind of trailed off on that.
Yeah, because I don't really understand how that headline was phrased.
I don't understand that headline, but
yeah, I think they just want to rein in basically State Street, Vanguard, and BlackRock. But I want to point out once again, the zine. The zine mentioned this a little bit this week. What is that zine called that comes out of Free Float?
Boardroom, the zine, yeah.
They mentioned they were looking at some of the proponents for a lot of the shareholder proposals this year they're like, I call them the hate proposals. They're not. I don't even know what they are. They're just like spewing hate. Yeah, and they get like no
anti-ESG.
Yeah, and they're invariably all run by organizations that are. It's all men. It's crazy. It's all men. Of course. So this one I just had to look up like what group of experts right? Group of experts. That's the headline. Like, first of all, when is group of experts the subject of a sentence? What is that? Is that real reporting? What is that?
Usually
by the
they
way,
just say experts, not
by the
group of experts.
I looked at the profile of these experts. They're just so far from the idea of expertise. I mean, one of the co-founders has no background in anything. He didn't even go to college. So, but anyway, this is from the Bull Moose Institute, which is 8 men and 0 women. That's the leadership. It's the president is Aiden Buzzetti, who is also, he's like Elon Musk of the world of hate mongers. He's also the president of the 1776 Project Foundation. Anyway, I know you don't care, but
well, no. What I care about is that Aiden Buzzetti. The quote in the article is, "Many executives at these firms, talking about BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, are major Democratic donors, and that's their right. They may be cozying up to the current administration. Do they know that the current administration is not Democratic?"
Matt, but this is how groups of experts speak. It's a level of intelligence that you're not caught up to yet.
I think they want. Are they asking for ESG to go away, and they're saying it hasn't yet? What are they asking for?
I don't even know, because when you think of BlackRock, State Street, and Vanguard, do you think, the ESG practitioners? So what does that even mean? I don't think of ESG. Maybe when you talk about MSCI, where one small slice of their revenue comes from ESG research. But do you think of ESG when you think of State Street? I don't understand.
No. Have you looked at one of their voting records? They
don't get
vote for anything.
Why can't they just say what they mean, which is like there are too many women and black people in America. We have to stop that.
Why
can't they just say that?
Didn't they say DEI is horrible? They said that already. What are we actually asking for? I'm so confused by this.
We got to move on. In our Soccer 1, Childcare 0 headline of the week, this is the stupidest thing ever. After forcing workers back to the office, Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan Chase are now letting their staff work remotely, but only for the World Cup? Like, they are literally letting people work from home to watch the soccer games.
Yeah. Speaking of.
Not for childcare or anything like that. Not for like if you're now living with your 88-year-old, mother. But yeah, so I don't.
Well, if you,
I don't know. Whatever. I don't know.
If you're honest,
yeah.
What matters more right now?
But why can't they just do
what
every other office worker does? Is you devote a section of one of your 5 monitor screens. You put the game on.
Yeah, no, they're not. I think they actually can't change the channel on the one that's always on CNBC. I think that one's
but they have monitors. They can sign into their service. And anyway. All right, finally, I'm going to wrap it up. This is my stupid category. You're going to like this one. I'm ending another governance one. This is for all the governance nerds out there. So stay with it. Yeah, I know. Stay with it. In our board members include Kimball Musk, O.J. Simpson,
wow,
Dana White, Rebecca Newman, Elizabeth Holmes, Richard Sackler, John R. Tyson,
right,
and John T. Walton, headline of the week. Trump forms UFO board to investigate mothership orb threat over sensitive national security site. That's I just wanted to think of the dumbest board I could think of, and that's what I came up with.
A UFO board?
Yes, absolutely. UFO.
Why do we have a board for every? Why do we even have?
Why do we have Trump?
He's busy looking in the reflecting pool right now.
All this is because I really wanted to get John T. Walton in there, because we never get to talk about John T. Walton. He was a board member. I love this. He was a board member at Walmart. And one of the reasons why I created this one, because we were talking a lot about the differences between controlling companies this morning. Can you believe this is what we talk about?
Yeah,
we're talking about Walmart versus like the SpaceX model, and why the hell is MSCI giving SpaceX a 3.2 in governance? But anyway, they used to have a director named John T. Walton, who is the son of Walmart founder Sam Walton, right? Now, he was when he died, he was the 4th richest American the fourth richest American,
number
just because,
four, yeah.
just because he was born to Sam Walton. Now, the report I looked up his career, and it says that unlike his siblings Rob and Jim Walton, who took executive roles, John's involvement at Walmart emphasized oversight without deep immersion in merchandising or supply chain functions, which is what Walmart does. So he was there to provide oversight on the family-run
But you said
board.
without deep immersion.
Yeah, so he didn't have deep immersion in the company itself.
So
he just provided oversight.
Did he have binoculars for that oversight? Like he
I don't
didn't
know.
get that close?
And I just had to point out that this is the guy who tragically died in 2005 when his home-built experimental ultralight aircraft he was piloting crashed. So this is what happens at controlled companies. You have directors who have no knowledge of the industry, who are there to provide oversight, even though he's part of the family, and he's really busy making airplanes on his compound and flying them around. And anyway, this alone is a reason to get rid of all controlled companies, at least publicly traded controlled companies.
I'm so confused.
All right, let's move on.
All right, let's end this thing. In our BlackRock announces funding a reboot of the movie The Highlander. Do you remember The Highlander?
No.
Called The Gay Highlander. There can be only one. Headline of the week.
Yeah.
With the exits of Apple's Tim Cook and Dow's Jim Fitterling, the Fortune 500 is losing two groundbreaking gay CEOs, leaving just one.
Well, one that we know of. Let's be clear.
One that is out.
Yeah, one that's out.
So that's Beth Ford at Land O'Lakes, which isn't even a public company. It's a private company.
Yeah, well, it's not a public trade. It's not a public company.
It's not publicly
and she
traded.
is a nepo baby. No.
I believe that is true.
Okay,
yeah.
that doesn't mean she's not gay just because she's a nepo baby.
No. But it does mean that she's a nepo baby.
Well, she is on the boards of some of the companies in the free flow database, right? Some
yeah, she's
boards?
all over the free flow
Okay, all
database.
right.
Yeah.
I don't know the Highlander joke there, but I appreciate the headline.
The Highlander was a movie from like 1984, and it just had like a guy. There were a bunch of immortals, and there could be only one, and they go around chopping each other.
Okay.
They go around chopping each other's heads
right.
off. That's
Got
the
it.
way it works. When you have to describe the joke reference,
No, I like
it's
it.
never as good.
I inserted Rebecca Newman on my board. I mean, how many people know who Rebecca Newman is?
I mean, I knew immediately, and
Yeah.
I wondered why you didn't choose Adam. You did choose Rebecca, but
Because, Adam ostensibly founded the company, he was a CEO, so I guess it's normal for him to be on the board. But Kimball Musk, O.J. Simpson, the wife of people, that's not normal.
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
In our lying sociopath is 100% excited about making money, 74% excited about taking a bath, 29% excited to go home to his baby,
don't believe
and
that.
12% excited to eat Hydrox.
Wow,
Headline
this
of the
is
week.
The Hydrox
See?
nuggets.
Call back.
Yeah.
Sam Altman was 0% excited to be a CEO of a public company, but OpenAI is taking steps to compete in the AI IPO blitz anyway.
Yeah. No one believes that. You could have left when your board fired you for being a nuisance, for being a liar.
Don't be a public company.
Yeah.
Leave your company. Quit
Listen to your
doing what
board.
the company does.
Yeah.
Listen to your board when they fire you. There's a lot of ways you could be more than 0% excited.
By the way, since you keep trying to hammer this point, what Oreo versus Hydrox, is there a difference? Do you have a preference?
No, I mean, like, isn't Hydrox well known as the Oreo knockoff brand?
Well, I don't know.
Nobody
I
ever
actually-
says they're better than Oreo.
I find the ones at Trader Joe's to be way better than the Oreos.
Oh, well, now that I actually, this is the amount of research that I did. I looked up all of the Oreo knockoff brands.
Newman's makes Numinos.
There's Numinos.
Yeah.
There's the ones
Trader
from
Joe's.
Kroger's I mentioned, the Kiddos. There's
They're called
Trader
JoJo's. Yeah.
There's a Whole Foods one. There's and they just like call them like cream cookies and like they have a lot of knockoff brands. But I went with Hydrox because that's the one people know.
It's funnier. Anyway, it's funnier.
It's a dumb name. It's a dumb name. I remember the little cricket. I don't
know what you're talking about. All right, let's keep going.
In our lying sociopath
Oh.
hires man accused of aiding suicide to build product that will destroy humanity. Headline of the week.
Ugh.
OpenAI just hired a guy accused of terrible things.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That guy is Noam Shazir, co-founder of Character AI, who's been accused of having an AI chatbot that rooted for their customers' suicides.
Yes, it's several customers. It's not just one customer.
Yeah, not just one. It was like the people would confide in these avatars, these AI avatars, their suicidal thoughts, and what Character AI's characters would do is be like, "You got this.
Yeah,
I'm here for you.
Here's how the law should work.
You can do it."
Here's how the law should work. If you start a dumb, dopey company, I'm sure Noam is probably a college dropout, but I don't really know. You start a dopey company, right? AI company, and one of your customers, the AI chatbot roots for your suicide. Okay, so you made a mistake, you fix it. But if it's several customers, that's it. You're put him in handcuffs. It's over.
Can we actually
arrest this guy?
Can we backtrack?
Yeah.
How about if it does none of that? Like you could just pre-build the AI to say, do not be okay with suicide.
But I guess that's true. I guess if you are technically coding it, right?
Yes, you're writing down the code. Also, OpenAI, there's no one else to hire. You had to go find the guy who co-founded a company that helped kids commit suicide.
It's really good at recommending suicide, I guess.
Unbelievable.
Keep going.
In our lying sociopath, you see a pattern here? Yeah. Lying sociopath who hired man accused of aiding suicides for product designed to destroy humanity thinks the product will be able to do it by next Christmas. Headline of the week.
Yeah.
Sam Altman thinks AI will surpass human intelligence by 2030. His rival AI billionaires say it'll be even sooner.
I used to think 2030 was a long time away.
It's less than 4 years. It's ridiculous. And let's wrap this up. I want to be done.
There's a headline from Fortune this morning. The headline says, "This is the least crazy." Let me start that over. "This is the least crazy AI is ever going to be. The lessons Europe's execs must take from Anthropic's shutdown." So they're, we're at a good pace, right? Like, yeah. I don't know. Keep going.
It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
All right, let's end this. In our man who owns everything and has all the money suggests you try out whittling or become a cobbler. Headline of the week. NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang says electricians and plumbers will be needed by the hundreds of thousands in the new working world.
Yeah, Jensen Huang founded a company whose share price was stagnant for 30 years, basically at $1. Now he's somehow struck it rich. Now he's a genius.
He's a genius.
Now he's the godfather of all thought, right? And this guy keeps just saying he's like becoming the Jamie Dimon of the AI world.
Well, yeah, his thing happens to be you should go do some manual labor. That's his
because
whole
we're gonna
thing.
need because us billionaires are gonna need people to fix the sidewalks.
I'm gonna tell you this.
While we get rich.
I fixed a retaining wall in my backyard and I laid down a stone path. I did that for 2 weeks. Oof. And I never have to do that again and it can be fulfilled. I don't know what these assholes are talking about, telling you to go get a job as a plumber or an electrician because that's what the world's going to need. Meanwhile, the world doesn't need 5 guys having all the money. That's what it doesn't.
Definitely doesn't.
Can we get rid of that?
Can I tell you how I read this headline? First of all, it's the genius of our podcast that I start with a Jensen Huang joke, and you didn't know that, and then we end with a Jensen Huang headline.
It's a
right?
bookend, yeah.
That's
I didn't
a genius.
do it on purpose, yeah.
And second of all, you mentioned Hydrox so much in the show that when you said you suggest that you try out whittling or become a cobbler, I thought you meant become a peach cobbler. Because I think that's where we're also headed, right? I think soon AI CEOs are going to say, why don't you just become an inanimate object? We don't need you anyway.
We don't need you anyway. Just be a rug. Just lay there. That's all we got. Oh. That's Hazelnut Rawless.
I actually laughed this week. I thought this one was funny.
Damien to his friends. I'm your analyst, Matt Moscardi. We are Free Float. Come back on Thursday. I think
are we doing a proxy countdown?
I think we have one on Thursday.
Might as well.
Friday,
you never
we've got
know.
a regular show.
You never know when one of your brilliant ideas could become a sale.
Well, yeah, someday that
Right?
will actually happen.
Yeah.
Until then, I'll hold my breath. That's all we got. Come back then. Goodbye.